Hello everyone, I am Nigeshwari Murali. My metric number is 297499. We are from Group 4. Today we are going to present about the investment analysis. Here we go with group members details. We are consist of 5 members.
A portfolio is an investment collection owned by an individual or business managed by the investor using financial planners or managers. Investment aim to increase asset value over time, generating wealth in the future. This assignment involves investing in 5 active equity on Bursa Malaysia using top-down approach to security analysis.
Okay, next I would like to discuss about economic analysis. We have chosen 5 economic analyses, which is monetary policy, fiscal policy, unemployment rate, GDP and also inflation. So for the monetary policy, central bank control the quantity of money in the economic. The measurement of monetary policy is Bank Negara Malaysia, which is BNM, is responsible for promoting the monetary and financial stability action by regulating and controlling the money supply, interest rate, and other monetary variables. The second one is fiscal policy. Fiscal policy involves government strategic using taxations and spending to promote economic growth and stability. There are three types of budget balance, which is surplus, deficit, and also balanced budget. The third one is unemployment rate. Unemployment rate measures the percentage of labor force without work but actively seeking for the work. So, based on the DOSM, which is Department of Statistic Malaysia, refers in year 2010 until 2019 unemployment rate was low and stable, averaging 3%, showing the healthy labor market supported by economic growth. In year 2020, the unemployment rate jumped to 6% due to the COVID-19 pandemic, with many of the people are losing the jobs because of the lockdowns and also business closures. In 2021 until 2024, unemployment rate gradually fell as the economy recovered. By October 2024, it was 3.2%, nearly back to the pre-pandemic levels. The fourth one is GDP. GDP is a gross domestic product, measure the total value of goods and services produced in a country and reflect its economic health. The last one is inflation. Inflation is the rate at which prices for goods and services increase over the time. The measurement of inflation is Consumer Price Index, which is CPI, and GDP deflator.
My name is Nur Adawi binti Zainan and my metric number is 302154. The first company that we choose is Petronas Gas Berhad. Petronas Gas Berhad is a Malaysian-based gas infrastructure and centralized utilities company founded in 1983. It is traded on Bursa Malaysia under the ticker symbol PETGAS 6033. Petronas is under the oil and gas industry Malaysia. Malaysia oil and gas industry is a significant part of the national economy, making a huge contribution to GDP, export revenue and employment. The oil and gas industry in Malaysia is currently in the maturity phase. Okay, moving on to the next part is for the SWOT analysis. The strength for the Petronas is its strong brand and reputation, as Petronas is the dominant player in Malaysia natural gas sector. Next, for weaknesses, it's on its operational issue, as Petronas is subject to fluctuation in global natural gas and oil prices. Besides, for opportunity, by embracing technological innovation, it can help Petronas to stay ahead of its competitor and optimize its operation. Lastly, for the trade, its intensifying competition is because the oil and gas industry is highly competitive with numerous players vying for market share. Based on the graph below, there are 5 major ratios that we use to measure the performance of this company. Firstly is liquidity ratio that consists of current, quick and cash ratio. Based on these 3 liquidity ratio, it shows that Petronas Gas Berhad demonstrate a strong liquidity in 2021 and 2023, but is concerning decline in all 3 liquidity ratio by 2023. Next is solvency ratio, which is consists of debt to asset ratio, debt to equity and equity ratio. Overall of this ratio show a figure below 1. A debt ratio that below 1 is generally seen as favorable because it's implied the company is not excessive reliance on debt. Next, profitability ratio consists of net profit margin, ROA and ROE. Petronas' overall profitability ratio showed a decreased trend from 2021 to 2023. However, despite the decline in Petronas' profitability ratio remained above average, indicating the company was still rather performing well by generating revenue, profit and cash flow. Next, for efficiency ratio. Overall, the data show positive trend over the year for inventory turnover, total asset turnover and receivable turnover, showing the company efficiency in managing inventory, asset and receivable. Finally, market value. The market value show insight into how the market value of a company, stock and its growth potential. Based on our calculation, Petronas intrinsic value for the year 2024 is RM 90.98, while the current price is RM 70.87. This show Petronas intrinsic value is higher than its current price. Higher intrinsic value indicate that the stock is undervalued and may be a good investment opportunity. It is recommended to purchase the stock to gain future profit. By investing in the stock, investor may gain RM 2.3 profit or gain 30% of target return. Moving on to the next slide, for the technical analysis, the first indicator that we use is moving average convergent divergent MACD. Based on the graph, the blue MACD line recently crossed above the red signal line, indicating a potential bullish signal. This indicates upward momentum and a sign that the stock price might continue to rise. Beside that, histogram bar are positive value and growing, showing increased bullish momentum. Next is relative strength index RSI. The reading above 70 typically indicate that the stock is overbought, while reading below 30 suggests the stock is oversold, meaning it could be undervalued and due for a rebound. Petgas RSI appear to have start curve back down, which might indicate that the momentum is weakening or that a price correction could follow suit. Third indicator is moving average. Based on the graph above, Petronas' current price is RM70.66. It's set slightly above the 20-day MA, which is 70.51, suggesting a short-term bullish sentiment. If the price consistently stay above this line, it indicates a strong short-term momentum. Lastly is support and resistance indicator. Petronas support 1 is marked at RM70, represent a price level where demand may likely increase. The resistance 1 is marked at 80.06, which is a price level where selling pressure could increase, preventing the price from moving higher. So basically, based on the graph above, Petronas' current price of 70.60 is closer to resistance, indicating the slightly bullish dip in the short term.
Okay, now let's move on to the Gamuda Bharat. So there are four main points, which is leading infrastructure and construction company. So Gamuda Bharat is a major player in Malaysia's engineering, property and infrastructure sectors, which is a larger scale projects such as highways, rail systems, and also Klang Valley MRT and tunneling. So the Gamuda Bharat is established in 1976 and also added in Dosa Malaysia on 1992. So the second is strong financial performance. The company demonstrated robust financial health in 2023 with the revenue of 8 billion and the net profit of 2.1 billion. Its market capitalization surpassed 30 million by 2024. So the vision and mission for innovation of Gamuda Bharat is the company is committed to delivering innovative infrastructure solutions and quality developments driven by its vision to lead in groundbreaking projects then enhance communities and stakeholders' value. The last one is global presence and technological expertise. Gamuda has expanded internationally, especially in Australia and Southeast Asia, with notable projects like the Sydney Metro West Tunneling Works, showcasing its advanced engineering capabilities. Okay, next is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis for the strength. We focus on skilled workforce with engineers and architects, advanced technologies like IBS and digital tools, and so on. For the weaknesses, Gamuda Bharat face high cost of labor, materials, and equipment, time-consuming and costly regulatory approval, and vulnerable to delay from materials like weather or supply chain issues. For the third is opportunities, such as growing demand for eco-friendly and sustainable projects, expansion potential in emerging market like Southeast Asia, and use of new technology like 3D printing and so on. Last one is threats. For example, economic downturns, reducing construction activities, strong competition, lowering profit, and regular changes causing delay and added cost. Okay, based on the graph that I attached in the slide, there are five ratios, which is liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, profitability ratio, efficiency ratio, and also market ratio. So for the liquidity ratio, I mentioned two ratio in the graph, which is current ratio and quick ratio. For the solvency ratio, we have three types of ratio, which is debt to asset ratio, equity ratio, and also debt to equity ratio. For the debt to asset ratio, it's rose from 49.39% in 2022 to 56.78% in 2024, showing higher on debt. Equity ratio decreased from 50.61% in 2022 to 43.22% in 2024. And last one is debt to equity ratio increased significantly from 97.6% in 2022 to 131.36% in 2024. The third one is profitability ratio. There are three types of ratios under profitability ratio, which is net profit margin, ROA, and ROE. So for the net profit margin fell from 15.12% in 2022 to 7.07 in 2024. For the ROE remains stable at around 3.5%. For ROE improved from 7.3% in 2022 to 8.18% in 2024. The fourth ratio is efficiency ratio. There are also three types of ratio under efficiency ratio, which is inventory turnover ratio, asset turnover ratio, and last one is receivable turnover ratio. These three ratios are increased from 2022 until 2024 significantly. The last one is market ratio. There are three types, which is PE ratio, EPS, and also book value price ratio. For the PE ratio, it's fluctuated, dropping to 5.98 in 2023 before rising to 2022.7 in 2024. EPS and book value is increased from 2023 to 2024. So for the conclusion, Gamuda Berhad maintained good liquidity and efficiency, increased its leverage, and show mixed trend in profitability and market performance during this period. Let's move on to the intrinsic value of Gamuda Berhad. The intrinsic value is 15 ringgit 86 cents, while the current price is 4 ringgit 68 cents. So, which is undervalued. It is recommended to purchase the stock for gain the profit, future profit. By investing in this stock, investor may gain 11.8 ringgit profit or gain 239% of target return. Okay, the last one is technical analysis of Gamuda Berhad. For the MACD, Gamuda Berhad shows strong bullish momentum with the MACD, which has crossed over the signal line, indicating an uptrend. For the RSI, which is 81.09%, suggests the stock is overbought, but strong buying pressure continues. The third one is the stock price remained above the 9 days SMA of 4.7 ringgit, signaling continued bullish momentum with support at 4 ringgit 69 cent. Support and resistance at 5 ringgit is a key level. Breaking above it could lead to further gains, while a drop below 4.69 could trigger a downtrend. That's all from me.
Nestle is a multinational food and beverage company headquartered in Vevey, Switzerland. Established in 1866 in one of the largest and most recognized companies in the global food and nutrition sector. Nestle's product portfolio includes a wide range of items such as baby food, bottled water, cereals, coffee, tea, dairy products, ice cream, pet foods, and snacks. Iconic brands under Nestle include Nescafé, KitKat, Milo, Maggi, Purina, and Gerber. The company emphasizes on nutrition, health, on wellness, and a strong commitment to sustainability, focusing on reducing its environmental footprint and promoting responsible sourcing. Nestle operates in over 119 countries and employs of thousands of people worldwide. For the SWOT stand, uncompromising quality control. Nestle prioritizes quality control in operation, sourcing premium ingredients, strict production method, and rigorous testing. It follows a quality by design approach adhering to GMP and HACCP methods. For the weaknesses, depend on the export market. Nestle is income primarily generated from export market, but changes in trade policy, political shifts, economic condition, and regulation could affect the stability and profitability as well. For the opportunity, technological advancement, Nestle aims to increase the productivity, reduce costs, and improve product quality by 2025 using technology to automate plants, enhancing the product selection, and adapt to customer threats. While threats intense competition within the industry, Nestle faces fierce competition in the food and beverage industry, necessitating the innovation, cost management, and adapting to changing consumer preferences to maintain a competitive edge. For the MACD, the market displayed no significant prices difference between 97.50 cent and 99.50 cent, indicating a distribution phase and a bearish crossing in mid-December, indicating a poor momentum and no discernible trend. For the RSI, its declines at December's end and indicating a decrease in purchasing pressure. The stock experienced minor upward movement from December 12 to 20, then flattens and decrease after December 28. Moving on for the moving average, the stock is experiencing a downward trend with red candlesticks before December 12th, green on December 13th, and smaller candlestick near the SMA on December 31. And the last, support and resistance. The stock faced resistance from December 12th to 16th with buyers opting further drops. The key resistance level around 100.5 acting as a scaling due to selling pressure. Nestle intrinsic value is 18 ringgit 90 cent, while the current price is 95.140 cent. Intrinsic value higher than current price, which means it's overvalued. It is recommended to sell the stock for gaining the future profit. Now for the ratio analysis. For the liquidity, current 0.59% for the year 2021, 0.71 for the year 2022, and 0.61 for the year 2023, which means it's rise and then drop. For the quick ratio, first year 0.20, for the second year 0.21, and for the last year 0.21%, which means it's increased every 1% every year. Moving on to the debt ratio, for the first year it shown 80.48%, for the second year it showed 82.38%, and for the third year it shown 81.10%, which is not constant for the debt ratio. While for the equity it showed 19.52, 17.62 for the second year, and 18.91. It also not consistent, which means increase and decrease. For the debt of equity, it show 4.12 for the year 2021, 4.67 for the year 2022, and 4.29 for the year 2023. For the profitability ratio for the NPM, 9.94 for the first year, for the second year 9.31, and then 9.36 is decrease and then rise. For the ROA, for the first year is shown that 19.09 2021, for the second year it shows 17.45, and for the third year it shown 18.49, which means it's also non-consistent as well. For the return on equity is shown 97.79. For the second year is shown 100%, which means very good for the 2022, and then it's dropped again 97 to 77 for the 2023. For the efficiency ratio, 5.07 for the first year, and 4.18% for second year, and 5.80% for the third year. For the ATR is shown that 1.92 times and 1.88 times for the second year, and 1.97 times for the third year. For the RTR, for the first year is shown that 0.32, for the second year is shown 0.40, and then for the last year is shown 0.32. And finally for the market ratio, for the PE 0.52 for the first year, and then 0.40 for the year 2022, and 0.42 for the year 2023, which means it's drop and then it's rise. For the book ratio for the year 2021 is shown that 1.05%, and for the second year is shown 1.32%, which means it's rise, and it's decline in 2023 to 1%. For the dividend payout ratio First year is shown that 99.59 for the 2021, and then 98.87, which means very good on that period, and 95.37, which means decline again in 2023, which means it's not consistent, it's not rising up rapidly or decline rapidly. It sometimes rise and then sometimes it's decline. That which means we need to seek for the environment and the other sources as well on that particular year.
Okay, moving on to the next part, which is YTL Power International Berhad. My name is Shatira binti Shuti. My metric number is 301830. Okay, YTL Power is a utility company in Malaysia that was founded in 1996 and was based in Kuala Lumpur. YTL Power was listed in Bursa Malaysia under the stock code YTL PWR 6742. This company provide energy in the form of power generation, telecommunication, water supply and wastewater service. They are also responsible for most of the electric supply in Malaysia and other countries like Indonesia and the UK. For the power generation segment, they operate in both conventional and renewable energy plant. And for water division, they have water supply and wastewater service. For the telecommunication, they cover high-speed broadband service for better communication in urban and suburban area. Okay, moving on to SWOT analysis. YTL Power strength is diversified operation and strong market presence. The company weaknesses is high capital requirement and regulatory challenge. The YTL opportunity is renewable energy growth and technological advancement. And the last one is threat, which is increasing competition and economic volatility. Here's the all 5 ratio analysis graph, and it contains liquidity ratio, which had current ratio, quick ratio and cash ratio. The second ratio is solvency ratio, which include debt ratio, time interest earned and debt to equity. And the third ratio is profitability ratio, which include net profit margin, return on asset and return on equity. And the fourth ratio is efficiency ratio, which include inventory turnover ratio, total asset turnover ratio, fixed asset turnover ratio, and the last one is market ratio, which include PE ratio, book value ratio and market value. Okay, moving on to intrinsic value. The intrinsic value of YTL Power is 3 ringgit and 96 cent, which is less than the current price. The current price is 4 ringgit and 50 cent. If the intrinsic value is less than current price, it will be overvalued and it is recommended to sell the stock for gaining the future profit. By investing in this stock, investment may gain RM54 cent profit or gain 12.1% of target return. For technical analysis, it has MACD indicator, RSI, moving average and support and resistance. For the MACD indicator, it tracks momentum and trend direction. For the histogram, it shows the distance between the two lines indicating momentum strength. Next, the purpose of RSI is analysis price movement strength to identify overbought or underbought condition. The purpose of moving average is reducing price volatility to identify overall stock trend. Next, for the support and resistance, the support level have two, which is support 1, closest level attract buyer during minor decline, and support 2, stronger foundation at a lower level expected to hold during large decline.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nur Kadish bin Abdul Ghani. My metric number is 301993. So I will explain about Sang Darby Berhad. So a little bit of Sang Darby Berhad background. It started in 1908 as an agriculture business and now operates in 18 countries, focusing on industrial equipment, motors, Logistics and Healthcare, merged with Guthrie and Golden Hope, becoming the largest palm oil company by land size. And then Sundar B. Berhad split from property and plantation businesses to focus on core industry, strong presence in Asia Pacific and beyond. And then it recognized for good governance, innovation and sustainability, where it contributes significantly to Malaysia's and global economies. And then it continues to grow through innovation, diversification and sustainable practices, aims to create value for stakeholders and support economic growth. And then we go to next SWOT analysis, where the strength for Sundar B is strong financial performance, where it generates balanced revenue from motors, plantations, industrial, property and energy, and also healthcare sectors. For weaknesses, Sundar B face pressure from competitors affecting profit margins. Business model is easily imitated and reducing competitive advantage. For opportunities, Sundar B partnership with Ramsey Sundar B Healthcare enables them to grow in the healthcare sector and market expansion. And the last one is trades, which is operations in 20 countries expose the company to unfavorable currency exchange rates. Okay, we look at ratio analysis. First, Sundar B's liquidity ratios for the period from 2022 to 2024 show a decline in its ability to meet short-term obligation. The current ratio assesses how well the company can use its current asset to pay off its short-term liabilities. Second, Sundar B's solvency ratios indicate an alarming rise in their leverage from 2022 to 2024. And the third is the net profit margin, are measures that demonstrate how much revenue is converted to profit after deducting all taxes. Fourth, the fixed asset turnover ratio, FAT, is a measure of the efficiency with which the company brings in revenue from its fixed assets. And last but not least, during 2022 to 2024, there are market value ratios of Sundar B that offer a clear picture about the stock performance and growth potential. Truth book value ratio, cash earnings per share and price to earnings ratio. Okay, now we look at intrinsic value. For Sundar B Berhad, RM 5.076 is their intrinsic value, and for the current price is RM 2.30 ringgit. So we can see intrinsic value are bigger than current price, which means the undervalue. And if undervalue, it is recommended to purchase the stock for gaining the future profit. And also by investing in this stock, investor may gain RM 2.776 profit or gain 120.7% of target return. Look at technical analysis for Sundar B. First, Sundar B's MACD shows neutral momentum with lines converging near zero, indicating balanced buying and selling pressure. A bullish signal arises if the MACD crosses above the signal line, bearish if it falls below, and then recent consolidation suggests potential for significant moves where monitors MACD closely for signal. Next, Sundar B's 20-day MA is 2.342 with the last close at 2.33, signaling mild bearishness. A breakout above to 0.43 indicates bullish momentum, while a drop below 2.26 suggests bearish pressure. The stock is moving sideways near the MA. Watch for a volume back breakout. Third, Sundar B's RSI is near 50, signaling neutral momentum and consolidation. Slight bullishness is possible, but overbought 70 or oversold 30 levels are not imminent. Watch for significant RSI shifts. Lastly, Sundar B trades at 2.33 between support at 2.26 and resistance at 2.43. A rise to 2.43 offers a 4.17% gain, while a drop to 2.26 risks a 3% loss. Bulls may buy near 2.26, targeting 2.43 or 2.48, while bears may sell below 2.26. Focus on these levels to manage risk and reward. Thank you.
Based on overall portfolio trading, we have suffered a total loss of 10,800 throughout the trading period. This giant loss is mainly due to Gabunda Berhad sudden huge price drop, which is around negative 51%. price changes. Thus, building a portfolio with different industry is important because it will lower the impact of stock volatility and risk, as we cannot predict what will occur in the future.
So now the conclusion. Our Bursa Malaysia portfolio included Petronas Gas Berhad 6033, Gamuda Berhad 5398, Nestle Berhad 4707, YTL Power International Berhad 6742, and Sundabi Berhad 4197, starting with RM 1000 ringgit. Using a top-down approach, we conducted economic, industry, fundamental, and technical analysis to guide our investments. Key technical indicators included MACD, RSI, and moving average, while fundamental analysis focused on liquidity, activity, leverage, profitability, and market ratios. Petronas Gas Berhad and Gamuda Berhad were identified as undervalued stock with strong financial and growth potential. Gamuda Berhad and YTL Power International Berhad delivered the highest profit of RM 11,180 and 4,480 respectively, while Nestle Berhad recorded a minor loss of RM 500 ringgit. Overall, the portfolio was well diversified and profitable, demonstrating the success of our investment strategy.